Hello and happy Cinco de Mayo. And I had in my freezer, I had some chicken thighs. And I had a bunch of, I buy homemade bread from a friend of mine every week. And I save all the ends to use for breadcrumbs. So for our Cinco de Mayo meal, we're going to have crispy chicken tacos. Soft chicken tacos, but crispy chicken. And let's do it. These chicken thighs are pretty uneven, but we're gonna work on slicing them into breadable pieces. I think like this big. That looks like a good size because the tortillas I have to make these tacos with are pretty small. Okay, here are our chicken pieces, and we're gonna bread them up and fry them in the air fryer, and then we're gonna build our tacos. Here's what they look like laid out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. And now we're gonna make our breading station. The first thing we dip our chicken pieces into is flour, and we're gonna season it to make it Mexican. Cayenne pepper, chili powder, smoked paprika, and some lime, garlic, and cilantro seasoning. It's the pieces that are gonna get seasoned with salt and pepper. I love this lime, cilantro, garlic seasoning. It's so yummy. And the chili powder. Whoa. Smoked paprika. And because I'm not a too spicy loving person, I'm not going to use a whole lot of cayenne pepper, which you can use a lot if you want to. Have them hot and spicy. I want them spicy-ish, but not too bad. Okay. And now we're going to blend these seasonings together with our flour. And get ready to set up the rest of our breading station. And here we go. We're going to begin by seasoning our chicken strips with salt and pepper. And we're going to flip them over and sprinkle salt and pepper on the other side. And now we're ready to get breaded. So let's do it. Here's our breading station, our seasoned flour, a couple of beaten eggs, and my homemade sourdough breadcrumbs. I think that's going to be so tasty. It usually does come out so well. So we're going to start by popping a couple of pieces of chicken into the flour. And coat them up. Shake off the excess flour, and into the eggs we go. And this is going to be our wet hand. Coat that. And then into the breadcrumbs. Let the extra egg drip off too. Go back to the dry hand. I like to top them off and press it down. Make sure they're very well breaded. Okay. Now we're going to continue on with the rest of them. We're going to save them on a plate while we work on the rest of them. In comes the next couple of pieces. And we're gonna just keep going until they're all done. Our chicken strips are all breaded up, and because we want these tacos to be hot when we serve them, we're going to make the other ingredients. We're gonna use some lettuce and some cheddar and some salsa, and then we're gonna have a drizzle of Mexican crema. So we're gonna make that other stuff, and I'm gonna store these in the refrigerator while we're doing it. I'm gonna start by wrapping up some of our tortillas in foil to make them soft and pliable. And they're gonna go. Just like that. It's time to shred up some iceberg lettuce. I think we should move this way because it's going to be longer. That should be enough. Our lettuce is all shredded up and cleaned up nicely, and we're going to put that in the refrigerator too. I'm going to cover it up first so it doesn't turn brown. This right here is one of my favorite fresh salsas. It's so good and so fresh. And that's going in too. And now we're going to make our crema that we're going to drizzle over when they're done. The crema that I make starts with some mayonnaise. That's going to make too much, but that's okay. We can use it for something else. Next comes some sour cream. A little more of that than the mayonnaise. That ought to be. A little bit of salt and pepper. Some fresh cilantro. I like a lot, but not everybody does, so you just use how much you ever want to taste. We're going to blend up these first few ingredients, and then we're going to finish it off. It's a little thick, so we're going to thin it out with a couple of things. The next thing that's going in is organic fresh lime juice, and that's going to thin it out. And we're going to stir it up and thin it up. Nice and creamy and pretty drizzly. And that'll work. It is now air fryer time for our gonna be crispy chicken strips. Open up the drawer. Spray the bottom with some non-stick cooking spray. And we're probably going to have to do a couple of batches of these, because there's 10 of them. One, two, three, four, five. That's half. And now we're going to grease the tops of these. Make them nice and crispy. And we're going to cook them in the air fryer for like 400 degrees for about 8 minutes. Apparently, I was wrong about the 8 minutes. Now, you want the chicken cooked, but this is getting kind of dark, so 4 minutes and 4 minutes. That's the way we're going to do it. So I'm going to flip these over. So back in we go. They sure look like they're done, but I want to make sure. So I'm going to stick the thermometer in here and see what we read. Oh yeah, 180, which is way too high. So now we're going to transfer these to a plate and cook the other batch. Then we're going to build our crispy chicken tacos, or crunchy chicken tacos. Our chicken strips are cooked, crispy, and smelling and looking delicious. And now we're going to build, I'm only going to build one taco because that's all I want to eat right now. And we'll get a look at it and do it right. We've got a tortilla on the plate, my favorite Mexican plate. And because the tortillas are warm, I'm gonna put the layer of cheese on first, because it might get a little melty. They're not that hot, so it's not gonna melt, but it'll get melty. Our cheese is on. Next comes our salsa, and because there's a lot of liquid in it, we're going to use a fork to sprinkle it on top. Our salsa is on now too, on top of our cheese. 1.5 chicken strips. This tortilla is pretty small, but I think it'll work. Next comes a little sprinkle of lettuce. And now our lettuce is on. The last thing that's going on is a little bit of drizzle of crema. Crema's on. Now we're going to fold it up and take a bite. Here's our crunchy chicken taco. Looking good, smelling good. And now we're going to take a bite. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Crispy chicken taco, soft chicken taco, but crispy on the inside. And now we're going in. It came out so yummy. And I took a couple of bites. And now I'm going to eat the rest of it, but not in front of you. And again, happy Cinco de Mayo. We'll see you again soon.